the thing that kind of irks me the most on Instagram is just kind of when I get to a video of someone that's just jumping around for 30 minutes and maybe has a dumbbell and they're doing a squat, a press, right? Then they're doing, right, it's a light dumbbell and they're doing an RDL with it, and then they're right, passing it between their legs, and it's got 100,000 views, and like, it's good to see people work out. Amazing. That is not going to translate to, like, in the similar fashion to you seeing that video as a younger person and saying, oh, if I do this workout, I'm going to get stronger. I'm going to like increase my fitness level. Like that's not going to do it. And there's so much of those videos that come out now because people like them and they share them because they're entertaining. But they're not educational, right? They're lacking in the value, but they're entertaining. The issue is when those entertaining videos get into the wrong hands. Now you have some kid that's in the gym and he's trying to do, right, a muscle up with a couch attached to his waist, right?
That's I had his name read that, the guy. We're gonna talk about him after, but exactly.
And the thing is, like, that dude, he actually has a gym, and I looked at some of his deeper content.
Matthias McKinnon.
And I looked at some of his deeper content, and it's actually very solid. Like the training that he does in his gym and his real training is really cool. It's dope, right? But the videos that he's known for is like obviously it's entertainment. Right? But what kid is now in the gym trying to do squats on the top of a bike, right, with
it's like,
two dumbbells on his shoulders? Like when you see people standing on a rack, like on 10 dumbbells and trying to do a pistol squat. It's like it's not going to translate to anything for you besides possibly an injury. Like, why is like that information? Everything is information on here, and it's the way we consume it and who it gets in the hands of is kind of the problem. At the end of the day.
And I think that's crazy in an extreme way because kids are seeing this and it's wild and it's getting the attraction. Cool, he might be funneling those views and pushing it to his real content that he wants to educate people with, which is great. But I think on the other end too, some of those things pick up views and people are just after the views and the likes and the comments and the following, so they want to do more of those videos.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so you see like the OG fitness people of years ago, maybe get Jen Selter or whatever, who has her app workout, right? You could see every girl and their mom doing lateral band walks for glute hypertrophy. Because the next and the next and the next is doing it, and they're posting whatever they want, showing whatever they want, doing the exercise, marketing, buy my workout program, band walks, whatever. But it's like, they're not even looking, right, let's say science, and that might be their ignorance too of like, what's the muscle function and how do you grow that muscle? It's like lateral band walks are a good glute warm-up. It's like, well, the glute max is the bulk of the butt cheek, and that's gonna be primarily hip extension. So a lateral band walk really isn't doing much, right? I'm just using that as a direct example, right? Like these guys, it can be anything, bench pressing obscene amounts of weight or whatever, right? Some guys have more dominant muscle parts than others, right? Some guys look completely different, freakishly different, lift crazy weights, and it's so misleading. Right?
And that's the part of it too, right? You have someone that's maybe just trying to start out in their health and wellness journey, and they're starting to work out, and all they see is someone that already genetically has good shoulders, and maybe they have a strong chest, and they've already been able to bench press these numbers, and now you're trying to chase this almost unattainable.
They think that's reality almost,
exactly.
Right? And even like I'll pull up Larry Wheels, I think he's a local Long Island guy. He grew a crazy following, crazy in the powerlifting industry from 10 years ago. I think he openly said he came out, right? He openly said he started using steroids when he was like 16. And he's 21, 22. Looks like a full grown ass man, right? He looked like he's 35. Deadlifting and benching and overhead, like standing overhead press with like 5 plates, obscene amounts of weight when he's like 22, 23. And now like other kids are looking at him and it's like, That might be like, that guy knows what he's doing, right? If just for example, if I'm coming up in the training industry, which I was when I'm 22, 23, how am I going to tell someone to pay me per session to train with me if he's selling a $20 workout program? That's a powerlifting workout program, and he's showing
pressing
those,
fucking
right?
5 plates.
And that's where the misleading information comes in. He trained at a strength gym on the island, right? That's a different story. Not that he sold workout programs. I'm just using him as an example. But those things are misleading too, right? Steroids, putting yourself in those positions. He had a freakish amount of strength naturally also, and just was able to grow the hell out of it and stay lean in the process. And it's like, now kids like, I want to be like that. Yeah. But it's like, man, you're never going to get there realistically, probably.
And that's that's the Liver King story too, right? Mm-hmm. Where he kind of told this story about eating clean and just, and eating liver predominantly and being shredded at whatever age he is, right? And then it comes out that he actually was using some, right? He was taking steroids. Or whatever else he was doing, but he wasn't. It wasn't just the liver, right? It wasn't just his diet that had and training that had him looking this way. He was adding some other things, and those are the things that you don't know. All of a sudden, you have to be cautious about of people online. You can't take everything that you see online at face value.